Hey man, just giving you a quick call. I just wanted to let you know that you are so close, dude. You're so much closer than you think. A lot of these big goals that we've had and these big aspirations, they're right around the corner for you, dude. So you just cannot give up. So stoked for you to see this. P.S. We bought a Lambo. So keep going, bro. We'll talk soon. Peace.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Bryson. This is the Bryson Everyday Project podcast. This podcast is a little bit different than other ones out there. Here, I only focus on documentation. I don't focus on quality or being professional or being entertaining. If that sounds like something you're interested in, I'd love for you to stick around and give the show a listen. You can also follow me on Instagram at BRQUSE. Thank you so much. Here's the show. What's up? It's Saturday, November 15th, 2025. I have some cool stuff to share. I'm kind of in a rush, so oops. But I delivered everything to Trey yesterday. At the time of this recording, the episode still hasn't been uploaded, but delivered everything to Trey yesterday. Today, there's nobody that said anything to me, actually, which is crazy. So I don't know if everybody was off or I don't know. But Trey said stuff, and he said a lot of good stuff. And I'm going to play these recordings for documentation purposes. Why did I just turn the volume up on my computer? So they're right here. So here we go.
Hey, bro, your integrity means a lot to me. I want you to know that. I would definitely shoot over your pay, man, this morning.
So the integrity thing is, he said, how many hours did you work? And I said, I thought we were just going to keep it at 10 because this is my project that I'm giving you. So why would you, all this stuff. So that's what that's about.
Real quick, dude, I just got a new iMac, and
iMac.
I cannot, I'm going to Notion. It's trying to make me create an account. Is there like a custom link? Also, our form link is not working either. So like if I click on forms for like what I have on our work instructions for our closer, it says this site is not valid. I don't know if you can send me over the link to like log into the dashboard, just like everything changed for me.
I don't think I needed to share that, but just the first part was cool. He sent me a video, and the video is...
I got a Notion. It's literally like trying to make me start a new account, and it like won't let me back out. I don't know if there's like a master link or something you can send me.
I actually don't need it. Okay, here we go. This is funny.
Never mind. Scratch that. I'm done, dude. I'm in it now. I'm going to check it all out, bro. And 100% I got you on. I already love what I see, bro. It's pretty sick, man. So I'm going to spend some time today, go through it. I also bought a freaking iMac yesterday because I knew you were building this out. I'm tired of looking at it on this tiny screen.
So I don't know if you bought a whole iMac for this, but if you did, that's pretty cool. But
also, dude, do you have an Instagram, dude, or do you have an Instagram for this business that you created? Because I'll shut you out right now as I'm going through it. I'll shout you out as I'm going through it, man. I know I got a lot of coaches that follow me just from being on testimonials with Brian. So just let me know.
Very cool. So then I said, no worries, dude. Hell yeah, I'm glad you got a bigger screen. The bigger, the better. Yeah, man, it's fitbiz.os. On Instagram, he says, got you, bro. We'll definitely blast it. And he said, just started posting content there. I said, just started posting content there. Plan to double down. Need testimonials, blah, blah. He said.
Also, dude, I just want to say I'm proud of you because, like, when we started this whole thing, like, the way this system has developed, since you started this, bro, like, it's rad. Like, I just want to, like, I'm impressed. I'm proud of you. And once again, I respect your integrity because, you got to build some of it while, we got all this up and running. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, that's sick, bro.
So thanks, Trey. It means a lot, man. I was looking at all the systems, moving everything over, and I kept thinking, I've come so far with these, holy shit. And then he said...
Yeah, bro, for real you have. I'm impressed, dude. I'm impressed. I'm grateful, too, man. I'll do whatever I can to help, as always, brother. Much better on the Mac. I was going to run this. Is it cool if we... Can you tell me your availability, dude, on Monday? I would love to just book a Zoom call with you and my team as the team plays around with it this weekend, just if they have any questions, and I'm going to play around. There's a lot to play around with. And then if I have any questions as well. But I would love if you don't mind blocking off 30 minutes to an hour. We may not need that whole time, but just text me back and let me know what your availability is Monday. I have a lot of open space right now from 1 p.m. Eastern all the way till 4:30 p.m. Eastern, if any of those work with you.
It says also, if you want me to film a testimonial video for your page, let me know. And then I said, yeah, dude. I mean, I said a lot right here, but I said, yeah, dude, there's a lot. There's some stuff that's important, but that's not important, but I want to show you it all. There's a few things that are teamwork required for you to do. And I'm here as much as the team needs. I'd love for each team member to have direct access to my line. So if they have any concerns or questions, they can get to me ASAP. The only way this gets better is if I know how everyone is using it and what they like or don't like. So we have a meeting scheduled for Monday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. I said, dude, this would be in response to the testimonial. This would be killer. Something I'm doing with Mina is actually trying to get a testimony from each team member so I can stockpile reviews from people from different roles in the business. And I said, done deal to the time. And then he says,
also, keep the IG stories before it disappears, man, so you can share it on your page and do whatever. And if you want me to film something different for you, let me know, bro. But I am super excited, bro.
So that's badass. And then I sent a lot of voice messages. And so he posted this on his story. I thought it was awesome. Let's pull it up. He said, here we go.
Yo, check this out. If you're a fitness coach and you follow me, I know a lot of you guys do. I know a lot of you guys be looking at all my stuff, man. But if you're a fitness coach and you follow me, I want to shout out my guy, Bryson, who is my operations manager. He's been building us out a custom Notion CRM. Freaking sick, dude. He got it all launched today, but it sends out weekly, monthly KPIs, all financials, tracks all of our testimonials, renewal info, KPIs, business expenses, freaking all my team members' shifts, hours, payroll, everything. And if you want a custom system built out like this for your fitness coaching business, go hit my guy up. He's also a freaking good dude, man. And I like supporting good people. So you should too, and you should go support him. Reach out to him. He'll build this out custom for your company specifically. And I'm super freaking excited, Bryson, and super grateful to have this in the business, man. Are you doing it again?
All right. So at the very end, he said, custom to your company. And then I got a dog trainer guy that followed me on Instagram. And I'm not building a custom dog training. No. So I don't know. But I thought that was really cool. We went back and forth a little bit more. And it was all just boring stuff. Like, yeah, you can reach out to so-and-so. They are this role in the business. I'm sure they'd want some help, blah, all this stuff. But anyway, this was a very good feeling because, I'm always in my head with everything that pertains to business and relationships and things like that. I'm always in my head. I'm always feeling, because I listened to the last 20 episodes. I kept thinking, shit, if I'm going to deliver this, Trey's going to let me go. Fuck, And I mean, that could still happen. But judging by the response today, it seems like he's super grateful. Seems like he's really pumped and excited. I don't know. I just get in my head quite a lot. And so pros and cons, I guess. But whatever. So this is a really good feeling. I'm really pumped that it was received well. And I hope everything works the way that it should work. There was... So this is great. And this is wonderful. However... this is just how my brain works. I was setting stuff up for him, and I forgot to delete a couple things, so I deleted them. And then I look into just a profile of a client that he has, and I clicked on it in the financials dashboard. And the fucking financials profile is not organized. I didn't organize it. Nothing about that is easy to look at with inside the individual profile, which I don't know if they would look there, but if they do, it would look like shit. And my first thought was, holy fuck, I got to update it for him. I also got to update it in version 2. So it's like every time I make an update inside of Trey's or Mina's, I also have to make that same update inside of my own for the, Project V1, or I guess V2 coming up. And oh my hell, that is just so daunting. And then that leads me down the path of, if this were my own software and my own custom thing, I could absolutely just push out an update and then we're good to go. And then that way, every time I do make an update, everybody gets it immediately. That sounds so much more fun to me to build something out and then say, hey guys, we got this thing. We just pushed it out. It's this update. Here's what it does. You should have access. Let me know what you think. That sounds exciting rather than doing exactly what I just said, but for one person at a time. And it takes so much more time because it's a Notion and all these restrictions and stuff. And so I really wonder what I could do to build, to code this out for my own software and to build it out that way. I really would love that to be the case. I don't want to fork out all the money for a coder or a software developer. And I don't want to do anything that would relinquish, I guess, a good stake in the business. I mean, the business is I don't know, we're worth $5 right now. But I don't want, for example, I don't want Karin, because he's on the team, I don't want him to just code this whole entire thing on the back end by himself and because then at that point, it's like, yeah, I have the idea and the foundation and the framework. I have the blueprint and he coded it. So that makes me feel like it's no longer my thing. And that makes me feel ethically inclined to pay him almost like 50, 60, 70% because he built the whole fucking thing. You know, I may have designed it, all the logic, everything like that. And I guess there's a lot of stake in the brains and stuff. But if he's actually building, I mean, well, actually, that's a good point. Who gets paid more, the architect or the the carpenters? And it's actually a really good analogy right there. Architect does. Well, anyway, that's just what goes through my head. And this is nothing against Karin whatsoever. It's just, I mean, this goes for anybody, any one person. I just wouldn't want one person to build the whole thing unless we previously agreed upon, hey, you need to build this. It's contract after that, see ya kind of thing. But even that feels shitty. So I don't know. Is it harder to be a person in business when you have a moral compass? Because some of these things that I am coming to a, quote, crossroads with make me feel like, oh, if I didn't have standards and if I wasn't a good person, this would be such an easy decision. But, I don't know. It's just what goes through my head. But anyway, I'm going to... It's date night, so Lexi should be home probably any minute now. It's currently 5:41. And so I got to hurry and record this. I'm probably not going to upload it either because I would love to get ready for date night. We've lived together now for almost 2 months, about a month and a half now. And I feel like we haven't done shit together. That's just what it feels like. And it's so interesting because I see her every night. I'm going to have to make a whole episode about her because she, ever since moving in with each other, I think we've had some more serious moments where I have gotten to take a little peek into her life on a more serious personal level of holy shit, she operates so well and is just kicking ass, but it doesn't appear as though there's anything that's crazy. It's just because she's so consistent, she doesn't miss. Everything is planned. Everything is on time. She kills it. And I've never known her to be any different. So it's almost like I wouldn't think any different. So anything that would make her seem, I don't know. What I'm trying to get at is she kicks ass. And what started, I'm not going to get into the whole thing right now, but what started it was I said, hey, I feel like we should spend some more quality time together. So I feel like when, you're home from work at night, if we kept the TV off and just talked instead, that wasn't word for word, but it was kind of like, that's kind of, I don't know, kind of what was said. But I don't want to get into this whole thing, but pretty much what we came to was that she said, this is the few minutes in every day that I get to just hang out and to just catch up on my show and do things that I enjoy. And so, and then that I'm not going to go further into that unless she wants me to, but it just opened my eyes to it just made me realize more, I guess, recognize more just how hard and how fast and how well she is doing in life. So Lexi, I know you're listening. I love you so much and I'm very proud of you. Take it from the podcast guy in your car right now or in the bathroom, depending on where you're listening to this. But I love you so much. I'm very proud of you. So, honestly speaking, this interaction that we had really made me want to be better in all fronts so that she doesn't have to do what she's doing right now anymore. And if she doesn't want to. I never want to say, hey, I made $1 billion so you can quit your job. If she wants to, she can, but I'm not going to. I don't give a fuck, whatever makes her happy, So, but I definitely do want that. I want to make $1 billion for myself, but that also affords her the ability to do X, Y, or Z or whatever, then hell yeah. But anyway, it's a good day today, and I'll be honest. I really didn't work that much today. I kind of just sat around. I went to the gym. That was great. Oh, I ran my fastest mile today, and this was a big one because I didn't stop once. With the other fastest mile at 8:48, I stopped twice. So I ran really fast, then walked, and then ran really fast and walked. And I got 8:48. And then today, my goal was to run without stopping and break that record. And I did. And so I ran 8:42, and that was my mile. And it was very hard for me. I don't think my endurance is there, because to think of running a half marathon and doing that, what I did today, 12 more times without stop. I mean, you can stop. It's just not a big deal. But fuck, I couldn't do that. But I have made a lot of progress, and I feel like I'm making quick progress, which is always exciting. And because I can see the improvements in real time, it's more exciting. It's more, I don't want to say addicting, but it's just more rewarding. It's more enticing for me to continue working because I'm seeing results. You know, not to mention there is quite a cherry on top of all this, and that is being able to run with Lexi, which, you know, when we first, not when we first, but running's always been her thing, and she has always gone very far distances. I mean, she's ran 5 half marathons, 6 half marathons. I think so. If I got that wrong, I'm sorry. But 6 half marathons. And I have only ran, when she did, I have only ran a mile straight without stopping. And that's as far as my running experience goes. But now that I did 5 miles without stopping, and then I got an 8:42 pace, which is still slower than Lexi, but it's closer. It's very closer. It's in the same minute range. That is exciting. So hopefully we'll be able to share some experiences in the future running together. That's my goal. And she has been a fantastic example for me to continue pushing. So, and also a reason to keep pushing, and also a strong why to keep pushing. So you could say that Lexi's the MVP. We're going to call this the Lexi episode, matter of fact. Even though it's not, because there's so much more to talk about because she's wonderful. But anyway, I actually just stalked her location. She is way too close for me to not be ready. So I'm going to end the show. I'm going to go get ready, and we're going to have some date night. We're going to go see lights in Lehigh, Utah, and then we're going to grab grub and then go see the lights, the Luminaria lights. So looking forward to it. I think there's 8 million lights, it said. 8 million lights. That's crazy. So hopefully it's not cold. I'm not trying to be cold. But yeah, it was a good day today. Didn't work really much at all. Like I said, I just kind of hung out and was just kind of browsing around, reading some stuff. I mean, I worked a little bit, nothing crazy. Yeah, that sums up the day. So cool stuff ahead. Got to work on Mina's stuff. Hopefully it'll be done either tomorrow or Monday. Sent a message today and I said, hey, it took a lot longer than expected. So Monday, Tuesday, you got it. So we'll go from there. But anyway, that is everything. So I appreciate you guys listening. That was 7:58, I think. 7:57. I don't know. 7:58? I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's October. Yep. Why do I do that? It's November 15th, 5:48 p.m., 2025. Thanks for listening. Peace out.